Yo, it's your girl coming at you with another video. So in today's episode, I'm going to discuss how much money you need to live in Singapore. Now, this is $1 million question. I get asked this question all the time. How much should I negotiate in my contract to live and work comfortably in Singapore? Now, it's hard to say when I don't know what your outgoings are, but there's some basic principles that will remain the same. Singapore is not cheap. It's not cheap. It's like London. It's like any Western city. It's not cheap at all, especially housing. Housing is really, really expensive. Rents range from about $2,000 per month upwards. The sky is the limit. I've met people who were renting apartments for $14,000 a month. 14,000 Singaporean dollars. That's a ridiculous amount of money, because if they're renting that, you know that they're earning so much more. Now, taxation is really low there, and that's why it's such a haven for Westerners. Taxation, I believe, is about 15%, but then once you're there for 6 months or more, it drops down to like 2%. I was teaching, so for me it was about 2%. It was ridiculously low. So my take home was a lot more than what I was taking home, say, back in England and even back in Australia. So that's a benefit as well. Expat contracts for teaching, entry level is around 4,000, going up to about 9,000 entry level for private education facilities, I would say, upwards. So that's the type of wages you can be expecting to start at. Obviously, if you work in banking or something else, you're going to be starting on a lot more, especially if you've got experience. But in teaching is relatively low. The locals, however, get paid around 2,000 and less per month, no matter what their industry is. But they have all sorts of other benefits because they are a local. I would say to help you in regards to costs, sign a contract offshore. You get more money. You can negotiate more. Offshore, not onshore, offshore, so you get an expat contract. Make sure that your housing is paid for. Biggie, don't come over without negotiating housing. That's just don't do it. Don't do it. That's what other people are doing in neighbouring countries like Malaysia, etc. But if you're from a Western country and you've got skills and you've been working for years and they want your skills, then don't just jump. Make sure that it's worth your while. So make sure housing is included, healthcare is included. Try your best to get your children's education costs included. That can bring everything right down. Food over there, local food is really cheap. You can eat out for $1. But if you're wanting Western food, like your cheese, your milk, your meats, that is really, really expensive. Cold storage is like, I was walking into that place thinking, is this Buckingham Palace or something? Is cheese made of gold today? Because the prices were ridiculous. They were off the scale. Milk, you're looking at about $5 for milk. Like cheese, you're looking at about $7, $10. I was just like, whoa. And I wasn't really a fan of local Singaporean food. I would go out and eat some local food, but I didn't want it 5 days a week. So you'll find, or 7 days a week, you'll find that that's quite expensive. Taxis compared to Western countries are cheap, but in Singapore is seen as expensive compared to catching a bus, for example. So transportation, quite cheap. If you're running your own car, that is really expensive, so make sure it's a company car. Most people just catch taxis because the taxation on having a car and the costs is just astronomical. Well, make sure you're earning a really, really good salary, because that's another expense. But travel wise is so cheap. Traveling to Asia, oh my goodness, it was just a dream. Like, flights costs were just ridiculously low. Flying into Australia was really low. Just flying around and traveling to neighbouring countries is so cheap. Your money can go so far. So those are some of the major costs. So to answer the question, how much do you need to live in Singapore?